What up, Jorge? How's it going? You are first. You're the first person to slide in to the lovely stream DMs. And I seen that you chose the Bengals. You think the Bengals are going to win. Did you see the Simpsons prediction? Because their prediction is the Bengals. But it's going to be, hopefully me and my brother is going to be playing the Super Bowl for our prediction. And, oh my God, it's Dwayne Johnson. He's on the screen. What does he have to say?
Finally, the Super Bowl has come back to Los Angeles. It is time. Time for a team to unleash a soul-crushing, unrelenting defense. A head-spinning onslaught of an offense and take care of unfinished business right here, right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the champions of the NFC, your Los Angeles Rams! It is time. Time for a team that has risen from the ashes to become one of the most feared, dominant, absolutely electrifying teams in the NFL. Time to give their city their first Super Bowl win in franchise history. Ladies and gentlemen, the champions of the AFC, your Cincinnati Bengals! It is time. It is time for all of us here and millions around the world to bear witness to these incredible players who will leave every ounce of sweat, guts, and pride and legacy on this hallowed field, because that is what champions do. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to say, finally, it is time for the Super Bowl!
Yes, sir, Rocky boy. Oh, guys, my bad.
I like cash money, yeah, baby, I'm a stunner. I'm a boss, I can do what I wanna. Your last was do what it wasn't running, made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. Shot up to the moon, we ain't never going under. Hits on my old town slugger. Why after why, we ain't never got us up, made it to the top floor, but we started from the gutter. Had to take stairs to the top floor. Every that slept been done for. Got a few bands, need a ton more. If we be out the that's a drum roll. If we move fire, hit them with the earn strikes, now they me like a rap. Hold on, let me catch my breath. Hold on.
Now he's won 3 playoff games this year. The Rams traded 2 firsts, a third, and their quarterback Jared Goff. So they went all in. Nothing said that more than this trade. He was the centerpiece. That Bengal defensive front. That Bengal defense, which looked so good in the second half 2 weeks ago in Kansas City. Push it. There's a lot of motion. They do here. They give it to Akers. Nice little hole there. Stop by Hubbard. Stopped at the 30, gain of 5. So Stafford in postseason, 6 TDs and 1 interception. Very good rating. You see the 2 rushing touchdowns, which is very odd. He had not scored a touchdown on the ground in 6 years, regular or post. Hits his man, hits Akers. So a run to Akers, and then a pass to Akers. Mike Hilton came blitzing in that time.
Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's Super Bowl Sunday. see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
So much has happened since the Super Bowl was last in this part of the U.S. in the early 90s. The Rams and Chargers have both returned to L.A., and they've constructed this incredible new palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin joined by my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, it was maybe the most unlikely Super Bowl run we've seen in a long time. What a story. The Bengals had not won a playoff game since January of 1991. 4-11-1 last year, 2-14 the season before that. Bottom line, though, here they are, the AFC champs.
And Brandon, this is one of the more remarkable turnarounds in NFL history in recent years. In fact, most of the guys on this team weren't even born the last time they won a playoff game. Although, not that long ago, they had a stretch where they were in the playoffs seemingly every year, but couldn't win a playoff game. Now they've gotten that done. They're back in the Super Bowl. And remember, 2 Super Bowl appearances in their history. Number 16 and 23. Unfortunately, both times they ran into Joe Montana and the San Francisco 49ers.
Meanwhile, the LA Rams, they are back in the Super Bowl for the second time in 4 years. Remember, they lost Super Bowl 53 to the Patriots in Atlanta 13-3. But here they are trying to be the second team in 2 years after Tampa Bay last year.
Here's something real quick. I think this. They changed everything. I need it like that for the moment.
To win the Super Bowl in their home stadium.
And we go back to that Super Bowl loss to the Patriots, and remember, they were an offensive juggernaut at that time, but only put up 3 points in that game.
And it's off. What's up,
they have
Trevor?
been a little bit of a tough team to pin down over the last few years. They've had their shares of ups and downs, especially on the offensive side of the ball, but they've always had that great defense, and they're looking to ride that crew to a Super Bowl crown.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 13th NFL season now. It's Matthew Stafford.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
On first down, Stafford here.
Why did you?
And his first pass is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. That took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Stafford.
Oh, there we go.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead.
Oh, he caught it still.
One-handed. Oh, he pulled it in. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Nice catch from that man. He caught it nicely.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. Touchdown!
Nice.
With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Rams are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. That time a 6-play drive, and the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
I guess that's a
Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 3rd down, Mixon.
All right, it worked.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
I feel bad for the people watching.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
Look at commercials.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's brought down.
Partner, that's excellent timing right there. Breaking off the route and being able to hit it right when he stops.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
50-50.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Oh my
He will
God.
find his man Chase complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down.
No.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Burrow. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Burrow will throw. And that nearly an open opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
That's about all I would get anyways. 5-yard line. Sometimes less.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor. So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
2nd and 10. Stafford. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
Oh, no.
Bananas Higbee, the tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good possession, 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Really?
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. That's complete to the tight end Sample. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. There is no denying they want to get involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
It's only the first quarter. Don't get your hopes up.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
You throwed your guy instead of away.
Well, I think we got evidence right now that this team's not going to be daunted at all. Just because they're backed up doesn't mean they're not going to continue to throw the football. They threw an incompletion on 1st down, but they came right back on 2nd down and threw it again. And this time they hit it for not just good yardage, but a 1st down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down.
You're back at the spot you were last time.
Here's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah. 34 yards, and the Bengals have taken the lead.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead is now 10-7.
What's the real score? 7-0. Rams are in the lead. It's 3rd down. Bengals have the ball.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And again, this is only my 2nd time playing.
From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. LA readies for its next possession. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Going up top for Kupp.
Oh, he caught it.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete.
No, he didn't.
Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Why does it make you wait now? I would just press circle.
To the air again, Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp.
No.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
I'm going to be here, but my phone is on some bullshit. Now I can't get sound out of it no matter what I do. Thanks, Trevor. Why don't you put me on the computer? Or is it not hooked up yet? You can't even hear me.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA
We got 4
Sports.
votes and everybody's choosing the Rams because they're winning in the real game at the moment. In the 1st quarter. I'm hoping to finish this before the end of the 2nd quarter here because I want to watch the halftime. If we don't finish before the halftime of the actual game,
on 1st down at Stafford.
Oh.
Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take over here up near the 40. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. That catch good for only a couple.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket, and where he normally catches. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short.
Oh, it's not.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Passing the ball back and forth.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last
Your
drive.
guy jumped.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Dude, completely.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And set him back down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
I just got called the country version of Jason Norman, aka the dude who plays Henry Danger.
Now it's Stafford.
Go, bitch!
Got him in. It's Higbee complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
I'll go with you. Oh, that's a nice hour drive of jamming out to some music. Oh, actually.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. This one to the left to Higbee. 7 yards, the pickup there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
By the end of
3 yards remain for 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
what happened to my game?
Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
They did that themselves.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Oh no, I bet you. You gotta pay for
throwing again at Stafford.
Watch it there.
And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Is it replaying? No, it still says live. I don't know. I'll leave it. Oh, shit.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Stafford looks to throw again.
Oh, I got it!
And he gets this inside the 10
I didn't think I was going to catch it.
It's also a gain of 9.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
I was going to go for it because I was only 1 yard away.
Gay's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10.
One person voted for Bengals.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal, and yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Yeah, I bet you put it on the roof, drove off of it. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Well, I'm glad someone
The Bengals getting set to go. Their passing game has certainly been buoyed by some unbelievable catches.
I love that word, because if you're the quarterback, if you're the guy throwing it, buoyed would be the word, wouldn't it? Because right now, I think his confidence level is so high. I just throw it out there. They will go get it, and we're seeing some fantastic catches and some great plays as a result.
Reconnection successful.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves,
and the Rams got it. They bring him down.
We got more important stuff
Von
going
Miller,
on.
his 2nd sack of the night.
how about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. Hook up a 15 yards there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section. They're trying to figure out 3rd and long. Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And a game that pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. 1st down. Here's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play action. It's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
My clippers died.
Partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
I'll switch both of our controllers to the middle and just let the rest of the game play out. Watch it. And then watch it. And then when it's done, I can end the stream from here, but it won't end OBS. Still works. I couldn't do that.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I can do it streaming from the computer.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free.
Booth reviews down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay officials in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
No, in this game, they're probably going to get it.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
You want to hear it?
McPherson on for the extra point.
And an hour and a half away
He's
from
got
us.
it as they go up by a total of 70-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run.
You should do what she does to us.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Oh, okay, so just...
And it'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Law and Order. The original Law and Order routine.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it,
I just
and
need
then
you to
they
catch
make
this.
a big play. You know, create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job of limiting them and keeping them for the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Looks
So
like
certainly an interesting call there to go for it.
Like
and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now problems right out of the gate. They're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He gets this one to Boyd. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
You already gave me the address. I'm just going to come and get it. That's how I found. You know how many people I've had to message on Facebook to leave your damn wallet at my store?
Now Burrow.
Oh, goddamn!
Outside complete to Chase. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, 29 yards. And the Bengals continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Aaron, we got 40 seconds. Yeah.
Oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good.
We're paying attention to shit. Well, that gives me a better chance to catch up now that you're like, what, 2 touchdowns ahead of me? Let's finish up this last 40 seconds, and then the other half can be just played out. Sorry, live stream.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
It's going to be a little quiet. We go.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Now Burrow on first down. Open man is Uzomah. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, here's Mixon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Burrow on 3rd down. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A toss left, Mixon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Now, I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Pulled in at the 24. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there. First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Burrow will throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzama. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays, try and hit something big and get things going in.
Stafford on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Super Bowl 56. Off a play action. Here's Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with 3rd and 3. To throw. Got an open. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situated dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Stafford. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up on 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Here's Stafford. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. They're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing.
But they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And shedding through the tackle. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st and 10, Stafford going for it all. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead. 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now Joe Mixon, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On second down now, Mixon. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally hungry yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Once again, they run with Mixon. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, Mixon finding room to the 20, and he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.